First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's upended.
Often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case was strictly the...
Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he's able to get the first
down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely.
NFL, big time with the Dallas Cowboys. And his uncle, Jeff Blake, a starting quarterback in the NFL at one point. Wonder if he played finding the hole in the defense and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance.
Going to go for this on the opening drive. Here's Carr to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete in Denver territory at the 47. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold by Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And nearly an interception. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be in again here on 4th down. Carr going to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And opening drive, that's a tone setter. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he was able to shed the tack. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Under a heavy rush and down.
Him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile,
them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's Raiders as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. On 2nd and 9, Carr. Now they go screen.
It's not every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver.
And he will not get away.
They would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
That's going to go in the book inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one receiver.
On 1st down. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 5th now. 1st and 10 at the 14. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Recon, 152 fighter.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And
physical.
Block now on 1st down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they
throw right there to move the sticks.
To throw it is Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. This will be stopped. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
55, check, 55, Mike. Come on, baby.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. That's going to be 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Here's Lindsey, and he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not on 4th down and 9. They look to throw. It's Locke, and he's going to go down.
People are going to go for it on 4th down. They believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
It's a screen to Richard. Missing a 2nd and long. To throw his Carr. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And then complete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's airing it out into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to...
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone.
I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. You are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd and 12, Lock. And they'll blow that one up back at the...
That way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good. What an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
It's taken to the 26. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. And that is in. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough knife now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Forced out to his left.
Topper! I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Check 3. Watch the eye.
On 2nd down, Richard. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of... Now Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will be very close to the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 6-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will call
that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, night sheet as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Allowed to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tim Patrick, 60 yards, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Let's go, baby.
Now now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Seems pretty up. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. Stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run here with Lindsey, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
The open man here, Renfro. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They'll go again with Lindsey. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. It's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead is now 21-14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was capped off by a Philip Lindsay touchdown run. So Carr and the Raiders now down 21-14. A little under 40 seconds to go. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10.
Down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll look to throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to make the sack on